Hey Drone Nerds, Matt here. I'm here with Matt from Sentera. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing well, how are you?
I'm doing good, What are we doing here, and what kind of new and exciting stuff does Sentera have to offer?
Awesome, yeah, we're here at Elevate. We're displaying everything. This is the first time we displayed in quite a while, so we brought everything, right? So we brought the fixed wing, we brought our American drones from our partners over at Free Fly and Inspire Flight. What we're showing off here, this is actually, I didn't tell anybody in Drone Nerds, but what we did was, this is the launch of 65R live video. So this is our 65 megapixel global shutter camera. Live video is coming to everyone at the end of the year here, but we decided to demo it and display it here at Elevate for the first time publicly. We brought our show of cameras, so we've got all of our 6X series camera, 6X multispectral, 6X thermal, 6X thermal pro. Thermal Pro's going out on a demo here in a couple hours. We're gonna map out there. We'll make some nice multispectral and thermal maps out there, and we're gonna do it at, you know, an obscenely fast rate. Which is, that's the whole key, right? Like the sensors are all about productivity for us.
Yeah. You know, one thing about this show is we have a lot of demos going on. You know, how important do you think it is? A lot of people do shopping on the internet. They see pictures, they read stats, and like, that's all great. But we get to actually take them out in the field. How important do you think that actual first-person experience and using the interface is?
I think it's really important. So the nice part about doing demos at shows like this is that we just get to show them what it's like to use the drone, and not in the context of like, and here's how you will do it, right? None of the training stuff. We actually just get to show you what it looks like to be a normal operator, go out and fly this thing. And you know, that's what we really love, because it allows us to flex how productive these sensors are, how fast you can fly, how easy it is to use, right? You're not, you know, we've all spent time out in the field. We've all spent time out flying drones, and it's like, you know, the longer you spend goofing around on the ground doing these other things or waiting for the drone to fly the mission, you know, that's the part that you don't want to be worried about. You just want to see like, how fast can I get out there, how well can I do it, and so that's what's nice about these. Is like, we just get to go out there. I don't show anybody any mission planning. I hit go, and then we just watch it fly around and comes back down with the data.
So it's kind of like an introductory into the whole system as a whole. You know, you and I have done webinars together. I know a lot about you guys, but for someone who doesn't really know what Sentera really offers, what's like a grand overview of what you guys offer?
Yeah, so we started really focusing on precision ag back in the day. And then as that market sort of grew and the application of drones and digitalization of this technology in all these sectors continues to grow, we really moved into high-end sensors of, you know, how can we, because again, all these pain points we just talked about with time spent in the field doing all of this. So we wanted to make it like, how do we make that as seamless as possible, and how do we deliver data that's actually actionable for those people and give them a reason to use the drones, right? Have them get that ROI on, hey, I just spent a bunch of money on a sensor, but now I have to pay someone a whole bunch of money to go stand out in a field and fly this thing. So that's where our sensors came in. So we started specializing in how do we make the fastest, highest quality sensors that we could do this. And so that's where 6X and 65R really stand out, you know, with a 5 FPS capture rate on the multispectral and a 3 FPS capture rate on the high resolution RGB there. That's really where we moved to. That's what we're about. It's, you know, these compliant sensors made here in the US, right in Minnesota, middle of the country. And so that's really what we're doing. So multispectral remote sensing, really anything you could do with those. That's, you know, land management, crop health, environmental management, carbon monitoring, and then there's the survey and inspection side stuff. I mean, it's really like, how do we enable drone users to use these things to be productive and, you know, get drones out there, get them being used.
Yeah. So you flew in from Minnesota. It was cold when you left?
It was.
So how nice is it to be in sunny Miami, where you get to go out, you don't have to wear gloves, you know, and you can actually, you know, show people how everything works?
It's great. This is my least favorite time of year to fly in Minnesota, right? Between now and when it gets snowy, it's just cold, it's windy, it's miserable, and then, you know, we wait for the spring, and then it's just wet and miserable. And then eventually we get to summer there, and it's great. But it's really nice to be able to come, you know, to the southern U.S., come fly these drones, and it's like, hey, it's just summer year-round here.
And it's nice to have everyone kind of all in just one central hub where they can get all their questions answered.
That's what I've really loved about this show too, is that the demos are just right out the door, right? We didn't have to take a bus, we didn't have to go anywhere else, we didn't have to walk a whole, I mean, it's like 20 feet out the door. It's great.
Anything you want to add? I didn't ask?
Come to Elevate.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate your time.